guys, welcome to the Sweet Harvest. Today we are making a Thai peanut salad. It's kind of pretty much a coleslaw. The other day I was watching an Acre Homestead video where she was making these summer salads and she made that like a Thai peanut chicken salad. So I'm gonna make that today. The reason I wanted to make that one out of all of the salads looks so good and I want to make them all, but this one I wanted to make because it's just something different. I've never actually had like a peanut sauce before because it's not something that's like normal in my culture at all. So we're gonna try it today and see if it's good. So this salad is a coleslaw base. So the recipe calls for a bag of coleslaw mix, which I think is great if you need to make like a quick meal, but I'm trying not to rely on convenience too much and prepare food as if I'd harvested it from my own garden. So I'm just cutting up a cabbage into very thin pieces. At first I used a peeler because it gave really good thin pieces, but some of it was just kind of falling apart. So then I switched to a knife, which gave me a little bit more control. Just wasn't as thin. I only ended up using about like a quarter of that cabbage. I did 2 quarters and I put 1 quarter in there, put the other quarter in there, realized it was a little bit too much, so I just took some of it out. So it's about like a quarter, maybe a little bit more. So I realized that I'm using pre-shredded carrots, and in the grocery store I was debating whether or not I should do it, but I just honestly didn't feel like going through that work. So I think sometimes you just kind of have to pick your battles. I didn't feel like shredding up carrots or cutting up carrots into small little pieces because it's just a lot of work for me, even though it would have been the more cost-effective thing. Sometimes you pick convenience and sometimes you don't. This is actually probably the same amount of one of those bags that you get from the store. So I also cut up a red pepper into small little pieces, put that in the coleslaw mix, and then the recipe called for a red onion, but I only had white onions, so I just sliced those up into thin pieces and I'm just putting a little bit in there, not even a whole half. So this recipe also calls for some cilantro. So I actually do have some growing in my small little container, so I'm gonna go get some. It's so beautiful. That should be enough. And since this is a peanut salad, we are taking a couple handfuls of peanuts and chopping them up into small little pieces, and then chopping the cilantro up a little bit, and then putting that all into the salad. So the dressing needs a couple tablespoons of honey, and this honey is crystallized, so I'm just warming it up for a bit. It says 5 tablespoons of peanut butter. The recipe says you're not supposed to use natural peanut butter because it's just a little bit different, but I only have natural peanut butter, so I'm gonna try it anyway, and we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna put a big blob. So to the honey and peanut butter, I'm adding a little bit of water. A couple splashes of soy sauce. The recipe says about 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to do a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of black pepper and some salt. Becky from the Acre Homestead put a little bit of sriracha in there, so I did as well, and then a little bit of lemon juice. And then I cut up a little bit of fresh ginger and put that in there as well. So I just realized that Becky from the Acre Homestead, she never actually used soy sauce, but she did use sesame oil, which I don't have, so I'm not using that. But now, hopefully this will still taste good because the recipe that she linked had soy sauce in it, so that's kind of what I'm going off of. Plus, like the hot sauce, she put hot sauce in it, and it didn't have that in the recipe, so I don't know. We're gonna try it now. I did try the sauce a little, like the dressing by itself a little bit, and I feel like it might need a little bit more sweetness and maybe more like lemon juice, but we'll try. Let me get something of some of everything. That's pretty good. I'm gonna try a little bit more. That was really good. This is actually really good. It's the next day, so it's kind of been like sitting and like marinating, and it's so good. Just like so much better the next day. I love like the ginger and the peanuts for like the crunch. Oh, it's so good. You know, I also just really love cabbage salads just because they're so crunchy. This is good. You guys should definitely try it. And if you do, let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have any other salads or like summer meals that you want me to try, please let me know because I would love more ideas. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. I hope you guys have a great week.